to the edge of nowhere.
They're playing games at the edges of what we know.
Monster Lore Tour Podcast. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Side Trail 92 of the Monster Lore Tour Paranormal Deep Dives from the Edge of Nowhere podcast. I am, as always, your host, Jeremy Carr, here along with my co-host and the guy with the permanent turtle head, the Moz. How we doing, Moz?
Well, I bowed and the water fell out of the top. I was kind of bowing at that moment.
So shouldn't you be back in the ocean by now?
Yeah. No, I can't make it back to the ocean. That's how you stun.
So you're just going to dry up?
I'm just going to dry up. Unless you refill it, and then I'm enslaved.
Well, let's hurry up and do the side trail so I can refill your brain for you.
There you
go. So I actually did the side trail for this one, even though it was your episode, because I found a couple things about turtles, or I should say scary turtle stories that I was pretty sure you weren't going to have, because I know your approach.
Yeah.
And then this is our November episode, so I also wanted to get at least a little bit of the Thanksgiving angle on our November stuff. So the side trail is going to start with turtles and then transition to turkeys.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah, turtles to turkeys.
Oh, you did say that. Now I remember. Yeah.
We're going to start with turtles and transition to turkeys. And you'll be amazed at how smooth the transition may be, because there is a turtle versus turkey story in the middle of this side trail.
Well, it's going to be a rough transition before the smooth, because you're saying there's whole areas that you know I would miss in a subject matter, and that's infuriating to me.
Well, just one angle.
You're just a one-angle guy? Is that what you're saying?
I did make an assumption.
I'm a one-angle guy.
No, the one angle that you wouldn't take.
I studied turtles for weeks. Go ahead.
You ready for my first headline? I'm just going to hit you with the first headline. No, I have two articles.
But what would you think I'm missing? Like, why? All right, go ahead. Let's figure this out.
We're
going to figure this out together.
This headline is going to answer that question. You ready? Tourist terrified after being attacked by vicious giant sea turtle.
Ooh.
Yeah, see? And this is like pretty recent. I didn't get the date.
I
want to say this is just a few years ago.
I have the kayaker one.
Well, I have two of these stories. You ready?
Okay.
It's a subheadline is, "Don't be fooled by their adorable appearance." A tourist was left fearing for her life after being attacked in the ocean, but rather than a shark or an orca, the perpetrator was a sea turtle. Although they may look adorable, turtle attacks aren't unheard of, especially when someone goes swimming in their living space.
Yeah.
Lydia Bazarova learned this the hard way when one of the shelled reptiles sunk its beak into her backside and dragged her underwater while holidaying in Turkey.
Wow.
Huh?
Wow. So
There's
this
our
is the
first
transition, because
this is our first
first
slide.
Thanksgiving transition.
That wasn't even on purpose. The 64-year-old from Russia had gone for a swim at Guzialaba, I'm going to say, a popular Mediterranean resort, and was only around 11 feet from the shore when the animal pounced. It's kind of crazy. Speaking to IHA News Agency, she said, quote, "I wasn't expecting anything. I was really close to shore, some 3 or 4 meters, when I just turned onto my back and lay like this," so floating on her back.
Right.
Then something grabbed my backside. It was really scary. I didn't know what it was, and then suddenly grabbed me. The large turtle tried to drag her under the water, with Lydia adding, quote, "I was beating about the water with my arms. I was drowning. The creature let me go, only to grab me with an even stronger bite. I don't know how long it lasted," unquote. While sitting with her 37-year-old daughter, Camilla, for support, she continued, quote, "Luckily, a rescuer man saw me. He rushed to me and started to yell at the creature. I guess it switched attention to the rescuer," unquote. The heroic man, later identified as lifeguard Mustafa Sari, battled the turtle and eventually scared it off as Lydia swam back to safety. But that didn't come without its consequences. She continued, quote, "I raced towards the shore. I don't know how he was, but his arm was broken. I was fighting my pain and my fear. Morally, it was awful." Because she's like running away as this guy's trying to save her. She watches him break his arm and she's still just, I'm running away.
Yeah.
As for Lydia, she suffered wounds on her butt, hip, legs, and fingers with shocking clips showing huge bruises on her body. Up until this point, the mum had frequented the resort, but now she says she's not sure if she'll ever be able to get back into the sea. The animal in question was a carnivorous loggerhead sea turtle called caretta, which can weigh up to 160 kilograms.
Right.
That's like 400 pounds, I think, right? Camilla went on to thank the lifeguard, saying, quote, "Without him, maybe the result would have been bad. There were similar cases before. It bit a woman and a man before my mother. We want a warning posted about this danger. It is terrible that we will no longer go into the sea," unquote.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Put up a Kappa warning sign.
Ooh,
on the
Kappa,
beach.
yeah.
I believe this is my Ahuguano theory for the side trail. This was a Kappa going for the mythical ball
in her butt. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It ties right into the... Oh
and
my God.
Greg. Same
and it's
story.
Like Greg's story too, yeah.
We have a friend who a turtle went, and Greg's brain is in his ass. I can say that, knowing him as many years as I
think we decided everyone's was.
Yes. So this is perfect.
It was a very enlightening episode.
Yeah, Kappa. Yep, they're on to us.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a good call, Moz.
Yep.
See, this is why I needed to bring this for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do one more story like this and then start our real
And
transition.
you're right. I never saw that one, and I stand corrected. It was never showed up in my research.
I'm going to do another quick one just to show that this is not an anomalous thing either.
Okay.
The headline here is Sea Turtle Attack Injures Woman in Greece. This is the other end of the other side of the Mediterranean. A woman was attacked and bitten by a sea turtle while swimming at Marathi Beach in Greece on Tuesday night. She was taken to a nearby clinic in Chania, Crete, where she was treated and given precautionary antibiotics. According to Zarpa News, the woman was in the shallows, like the other story, just a few feet away from the beach in Marathi.
Like the other story,
when she was attacked and bitten by the turtle, sustaining injuries, get this, on her bottom. I didn't realize why they were all getting bit in the ass. Now I know. This is so good, Moz.
Yeah.
The woman was taken to a private clinic in Chania following the sea turtle attack at the beach on Crete in Greece. There, she was treated with first aid and given antibiotics as a precautionary measure against the turtle bite. According to reports, this is the second sea turtle attack this year in Chania. This is from last year. Last year, a saga of similar attacks occurred with turtles biting swimmers in Marathi. Sea turtles live solitary lives.
Is that what they call the ass in Greece, the Marathi?
They might now. Arshalan, the Sea Turtle Protection Society of Greece, reminds people that, quote, "Every time we forget that sea turtles belong to the wild, we or another fellow human being may be reminded in an unpleasant way," unquote. That's very well said. The organization explains that if someone gets the chance to meet a turtle at sea, they may try to approach it by swimming to touch it or possibly throw some food to it, but the reactions of these ancient animals do not resemble pets. Quote, "A turtle at sea can chase you away from its living space. Also, if it has been fed at the spot by humans, it can approach you and bite you," unquote, warns the group. Don't feed the animals. It's the same rule everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Terrible idea.
But there you go. People getting bit in the ass. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And
that's our us file. So we'll have to ask Greg.
And Greg, who has been on the podcast, friend of the podcast.
And he was wounded.
Apparently, he hasn't told me that story. You might not like telling it very much.
Yeah. We don't care. This is even a better reason to interview Greg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know. That big buffalo spirit that he watched run through the fences without breaking them. That might be the coolest story he has.
I know.
That was a cool interview.
Yes.
That's a really cool interview.
Yep.
But anywho, so we're now going to begin our real transition from turtle to turkey. we got all our turtle mythology up in the episode, but there is overlapping turtle with turkey mythology that we're going to get into here for a minute. But I'm going to give you some straight turkey on the turkey first, okay? This is turkey mythology per DuckDuckGo AI assistant. Legends about giant turkeys often depict them as mystical or powerful creatures in various cultures. For example, in some Native American folklore, turkeys are associated with fertility and are revered for their feathers, while in Aztec mythology, a turkey deity was linked to disease and plague. So they're kind of all over the place depending on who you ask, the turkey. So I did focus primarily on the Native American folklore around turkeys. Number of tribes have some things. The Cherokee I found a really cool story from the Cherokee folklore about the turkey and the turtle. But in Cherokee legend, there is a story that tells how the first man and woman learned how to grow corn after observing a turkey eating the kernels, which links turkeys to the practice of agriculture in North America.
And that's the fertility connection.
Part of the fertility connection, yep. But the story I have here is actually the story about how the turkey got his beard.
Ooh.
This is also from Cherokee legend.
Okay.
So it's the main story we're going to cover here, because the cool thing about this is I literally just came into this like, what is there on turkeys that's usable here? Mm-hmm. And this is
the meat.
This story is almost like turtle versus turkey. Mm-hmm. And I saw the turtle and with the turkey, I'm like, perfect. There you go. So this is the story we got. This is a story specifically taken from James Mooney's History.
Oh, I read that. Yeah.
Have you read this?
A lot of James Mooney stuff I've read. Looking for Monsters.
Okay. This is specifically from History, Myths, and Sacred Formulas of the Cherokees. Translated by Anna Huckabee, Cherokee Nation Cultural Resource Center. There you go. One day, as Turtle was coming home from a war party, he saw Turkey coming down the trail. Turkey saw Turtle dragging something around his neck. "Turtle, Turtle!" exclaimed Turkey. "What in the world is that thing you are dragging on the ground?" "Oh, this old thing?" said Turtle. "It is a scalp that I took when I was in battle. I fought hard for this, and it is my reward for bravery." "Oh, what a fine scalp it is," said Turkey. "But you know that you are wearing it wrong? You shouldn't be dragging it on the ground like you were doing. You should be wearing it very proudly and showing it off. If you will let me wear it, I will show you how it should be worn." So Turtle takes the scalp off from around his neck and hands it to Turkey, whom immediately puts it around his neck and begins to exclaim, "Look how beautiful it looks on me. Why, if it was mine, I would brush it every day and never let it touch the ground. Why don't you just let me have it, Turtle, and you can go get another one," said Turkey. "Oh no, I can't do that. You just need to give it back to me and be on your way," said Turtle. At that moment, Turkey flew into the air and began to laugh out loud at the foolish Turtle. "Ah ha 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 ha!" Turtle would not be embarrassed and took his bow and arrows and began to shoot at the turkey. Many arrows hit the turkey in the legs, and today when you see the turkey, he still has Turtle's scalp around his neck and has small splinters of arrows in his legs where Turtle shot him with his bow. And maybe, if you look around, you may see Turtle walking to where the turkey is, trying to get his scalp back.
Yeah, the old Turco-Peloponnesian Wars. I remember these. I read my history.
But what do you think of that, Moz? I actually found a turtle versus turkey story.
Yeah, I've come across. I read a lot of Mooney stuff. I've quoted him. Like, he has a lot of good old sea creature, monster, the moon-eyed people.
But it tells you why the turkey's got the all the stuff hanging on its neck.
No, I get you.
And the thing with the arrows sticking out of its legs, that's pretty cool. I've never heard that before.
There you go. There you go. I have can I tangent for a moment?
Please. Yeah.
Since it's tis the season, this is right before our Halloween, but we're going to be putting this on around Thanksgiving, so it's still relevant corn-wise. Why isn't it called a maze? Speaking of North
it
America.
really should be, huh?
And I've never heard that. I'm sure people have made that connection, but why is it just a maze? Why did we make it a corn maze? I don't know. It makes me mad.
Well, I mean,
Things like that.
maize and corn aren't actually the same thing.
What?
Maize is the colored kernel corn, like the corn that has like all the cool colors in it, like it's got reds and purples and.
Oh yeah, the decorative.
Yeah, that's maize.
Yeah.
If it's just yellow all the way around, that's corn. They're actually two different things.
But they're the same damn thing.
They're not, though.
All right.
That's like saying, like squash and pumpkins are the same thing. It's not really the same thing.
I'm starting a maze next fall, and you're not invited.
A maze would be awesome. It would be much more colorful than a corn maze.
There you go.
And much more alliterative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
But
you're not invited.
We do have some cool other turkey references now that we're fully in the turkey.
That's
I'm not sure where that came from. We do have some other cool mythological folklore references to turkey in North America and ways southward. There is in Aztec mythology a turkey god. Did you know this, Moz?
Not off the top of my head.
I'm going to try to pronounce this right.
Mm-hmm.
Chalchiuhtotlan in Aztec mythology is a jade turkey, a god associated with disease and plague. So this is like a bad turkey.
Yeah.
The previous one, like the Cherokee have him as almost a trickster.
Mm-hmm.
This is like brings disease and plague, highlighting the bird's significant role in spiritual beliefs. For this one, here's a quote from Wiki. Chalchiuhtotlan, the jeweled fowl, Tezcatlipoca's nahual.
Now I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Maz is going to talk about that when I'm done reading this quote real quick. Chalchiuhtotlan, is a symbol of powerful sorcery. Tezcatlipoca can tempt humans into self-destruction, but when he takes the form of a turkey, he can also cleanse them of contamination, absolve them of guilt, and overcome their fate. In the Tonalpohualli, Chalchiuhtotlan rules over day, Tecpatl, which is stone knife, and over Treseniatl, which is water. The preceding 13 days are ruled over by Kolorl. Oh, I have a hard time saying that stuff. But there you go. So the turkey is Tezcatlipoca, who you have spoken of on this podcast.
Right.
It's his nahual.
But that I'm not sure if that means, because Nahual more means the shamanic more than the totemic, but they're connected.
It's like a spirit animal of some kind.
Right. So it is kind of yeki totemy, but Nahual is usually the old man. The Nahual is usually the shaman, the person.
Right.
Doesn't but it's a combo of a person and an animal.
Well, there's the jeweled fowl god, who is a jade turkey.
Yeah, and that's Tezcatlipoca's yak, essentially.
Tezcatlipoca's kind of yak, which gives him, from what I'm getting from this, this is my own interpretation
that's the power
of this,
animal,
is that is what gives him the ability to take the form of a turkey, like we just said, and that's when he can cleanse people, absolve people, change people's fate.
Nice.
So it's like the jade turkey god gives him the ability to change into the turkey, which gives him the power to do those things.
But it also had these positive things of healing, right? That's odd.
The god itself is disease and plague. But when he takes the form of turkey, he can undo those things because he has the power over them. So there's a healing power. But you can give them or take away the disease. You know what I mean?
Very shamany neutral in a way.
Yeah.
Tezcatlipoca is usually associated with a very negative, the bad brother of Quetzalcoatl. So it's odd to have this dark trickster that's responsible for all the bad things. Again, have this better quality. We see that time and time again also that it's a balance. But the balance is between Quetzalcoatl and Tetzalcoatl. So it's interesting that there's this component of this darker aspect of the darker twin that then has this power of good intertwined in it. Very interesting.
Yeah, right.
So
I had no idea there was so much on the turkey. I really didn't. I just because it was November episode.
No,
I was
know
like,
you wanted to tie. You always try to tie it back into something related to what's happening.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So I don't remember that from my readings. So
yeah. So ceremonially, the turkeys are actually revered in all kinds of Native American cultures. They're treated as important household members. Sometimes, that whole, the monster is grandpa right now kind of stuff that we've run into before. Archaeological findings in various places have shown ceremonial burials of turkeys, indicating a deep spiritual meaning.
Like the peat bog turkeys?
Yeah, because, they have I wonder if there's times when all the other game disappears, but the turkeys are still around, so it's like the one food that keeps you alive sometimes.
Yeah.
Because that can
honor it.
Back in the day, that could make an animal revered like that.
Yeah.
But these legends have deep roots in a lot of different, ancestral societies on this continent that we find ourselves on here, Moz.
There you go.
But I did find, to kind of close us out, so I found this story on a site called crazybear.com, crazy with a K, crazybear.com. Does that sound like my kind of website or what, Moz? But this is
your dark totem.
Yeah, there you go. But this is titled Native American Legend, Turkey, the Peace Eagle. Huh?
Peace Eagle.
The Peace Eagle.
Nice.
So I'm just going to read you this mythology from Native American lore, okay? Our elders have shared the ancient legend of the turkey with us, a story that reflects the great mystery and its workings for the Eastern people. In the first world, we existed as pure intelligence, fully aware and connected to each other and the universe. We were beings of energy and light, vibrant in our diversity. However, when we succumbed to greed, taking what was not rightfully ours, we severed this connection. Our desire for more led to feelings of separation and disharmony.
Wetico.
We lost track of who we were, and in our attempts to hide from our wrongdoings, we sunk deeper into the physical realm, drifting away from our true source. As we moved into the second world, the cycle of life began anew, and we became increasingly aware of impermanence. Our lives grew unbalanced. Fear and uncertainty took root, and we became estranged from their Creator's patterns, plunging into suffering. The illusion of separation overshadowed our faith, leaving us adrift in sorrow over our acts of greed and our betrayal of the Creator's trust. With the end of each world, we embark on a journey back to full consciousness and connection with the Creator. Through it all, the Creator has always offered us love and guidance, showing us paths of harmony and truth. We must choose our journey wisely and maintain our faith. There were always wise individuals among us who stayed true and sought to heal, guiding us on the path of return. Despite several attempts by the Creator and various forms of life to assist us in overcoming our shortcomings, humanity repeatedly chose greed and betrayal, disconnecting from relationships established over generations. With each cycle, more of our relations turned away from us, breaking trust in humanity. Our existence came under threat, and in many instances the Creator returned us to our beginnings to help us find our way back. The storytellers were the guardians of our history, providing crucial lessons and messages to help us understand what we have lost. In times of hunger and hardship, it became the responsibility of the chiefs to care for their people. One chief, saddened by the plight of his people, learns that the animals refused to provide for them. The bear warned, "If you eat me, diseases of the heart will follow, for you have lost your compassion." The deer spoke, saying, "Consuming me will result in rheumatism, as you have lost your beauty and grace." The rabbit lamented that eating him would lead to forgetfulness and chills that would torment their spirits. Even the squirrel warned that taking from him would result in illness. The great animals cursed humanity for forgetting the sacredness of life. They felt that humans no longer held a place of honor within the circle of life and had forgotten to show appreciation before the hunt. Consequently, life became filled with pain for mankind. During these desperate times, the chief was expected to lead with integrity and selflessness. He was the protector, ensuring his people were well cared for before attending to his own needs. When the people cried out for help, pleading for him to find a way to fill their bellies, he felt an immense weight on his heart. Many called for war against those who possessed more resources, but the chief was a man of deep faith. He had always honored the relationships around him and did his best to lead his people back toward a path of righteousness, even in the face of adversity. As starvation loomed, the chief prepared himself to hunt for sustenance. He prayed and performed ancient ceremonies to honor all life. Remembering the wisdom of his ancestors, he embarked on a 28-day fast through the forest, seeking guidance. He cried out to the Creator, acknowledging the wickedness of his people for forgetting to appreciate what was given and for hoarding resources. We war among ourselves for possessions and have let greed overtake our hearts. Desperate, he offered his own spirit to ensure the survival of his people. In his time of deep reflection, the trees reminded him of the need for respect towards the earth, which holds endless compassion and healing. The chief lay on the ground, pouring out his heart to the Earth Mother. He promised to live by the law of respect if she would help him and his people. He shed tears that nourished the soil, renewing the connection that had been lost. In response, the Earth Mother spoke to the chief, urging him to honor this new covenant. She told him to appreciate everything life offers and to hold his word as precious as his next breath. The Creator watched and saw the chief's genuine love for life, lifting him into the Dreamtime Lodge to commune with the great chieftains of the Elder Fires. In this sacred space, the chief received a vision of a turkey. Its color mirrored the earth, symbolizing a safe gift from the Creator for his people to eat. Its shiny feathers sparkled like stars in a midnight sky, embodying the beauty of life in the Sky Nations. The chief recognized this turkey as a sign of hope for his people to reconnect with the earth and the Creator. This marked the beginning of a path toward healing and regaining the respect that had long been forgotten. Once there was a noble bird, known as the turkey, who walked with great dignity. The wise chief was struck by the beauty of this creature, especially when the turkey spread its tail feathers, resembling a ceremonial fan. The chief realized that this sacred fan would help the people regain their strength and find dignity once more. As the turkey danced, its wings spread out toward the ground. The chief pondered how his people would accept the idea of eating such a sacred being. He thought it essential for the turkey to communicate its purpose to the people as a gift. Suddenly, the turkey looked at the chief and said, "I have been given to you for one purpose, to feed you. Your prayers and deeds are pure. My body will provide you with energy, and my feathers will inspire you with love. My bones will serve as tools, connecting the material world to the spiritual. By making an offering of my bones to the sacred fire, I will return whenever you need me. Remember, my message is one of love and trust. The one that is in all things calls upon you to live in peace and create beauty. We are all connected." Hearing this, the chief shared his concerns with the turkey. Quote, "My people may be afraid to eat such a sacred creature. They no longer understand their heritage and may struggle to embrace this gift, unquote. The turkey understood and insisted they return to the people, who were growing weaker by the day. When the chief returned to his camp, he made an offering of cornmeal. The turkey eagerly ate the cornmeal and followed the chief back to the people, growing noticeably plump in the process. Upon arrival, the chief shared that a sacred bird had come as a gift for food. The clan mother observed the turkey's noble demeanor but was hesitant. "We can no longer trust our leaders. Eating such a beautiful bird, one of creation's messengers, seems wrong." The chief explained his vision and how the turkey had begun to eat the cornmeal he had offered. As the turkey approached, it showed no fear, unlike other animals. The clan mother was mesmerized by its colors and the way it danced. When the turkey boldly declared, "Gobble me up!" Not even kidding. The chief was astonished. Hearing the turkey speak made the people more willing to accept the feast. Following the turkey's guidance, they prepared the bird with spices and herbs, such as garlic for surrendering to the sacred, cinnamon for procreation, and honey for sweetness and serenity. After roasting, the clan mother joyfully carved the turkey, ensuring not to break any bones. Everyone was invited to join, and the chief always ensured that all members of the community had eaten before he did. After serving everyone, the clan mother returned to find that the turkey had replenished itself entirely. The chief and his family enjoyed a feast that was healing and humbling. Throughout the seasons, the people continued to eat from the turkey, giving thanks and using every part of it, cherishing its complete gift. They each received a turkey feather as a token of gratitude. One day, the clan mother discovered 2 eggs, which she understood to be gifts from the sacred bird. She cared for the eggs with love, singing and nurturing them. Eventually, the first egg hatched into a hen, symbolizing the inner beauty of women, while the second egg revealed a male, reminding men of their role in the harmony with nature. From then on, people ate abundantly and shared their blessings every day. They celebrated their connections and friendships through feasts. The woodland peoples designated a special gathering called the Feast of Friendship, which we now know as Thanksgiving. It became a time for everyone to join together, share food, and welcome newcomers. The turkey remained a sacred symbol for the people, representing innocence, compassion, and trust. It called upon them to live with respect, ensuring that the teachings of their elders continued to guide them. And that's how the tradition of Thanksgiving was born, cherished through generations. How's that?
There you go.
There's your origin story.
Well, it does kind of parallel what we were talking about with, God being immersed into the maze, so to speak, and down into the deeper levels. But I also have a question. You said when you had somebody in your car that the whistling was from the second world communication.
Oh, the whistling and humming at night. You're not supposed to do that. First world, all communication was just whistles and hums, basically.
First world.
The darkness world, yeah.
But that sounded to me like it didn't match, because the first world was this heavenly area, and we descended into the second world.
Oh, I see. Well, it's different. I was talking...
No, I understand the different tribes.
Different tribes.
I understand that, but I'm just I always try to see the commonality in the different cosmos, because it's very similar to what we talked about, being God immersing into nature and devolving into matter. And we were discussing that
right
on the way back, and that kind of mimicked that. But the whistling as first world communication, I've got to remember that.
Right.
Yeah. We're second world then. We would be.
We're in the fourth world.
But what would the person in your back seat, what would they say?
I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah, it sucks. I just wish I knew first world what they meant by first world versus...
Well, it depends on whose mythology you're talking about.
But that person was saying the first world was the darker world.
Well, it's like where everything's very base.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't come into individuation and
Gotcha.
real individual consciousness and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
No, then you got enough of it that's awesome. You know.
But I just thought, like, that right there is the Thanksgiving origin story.
Yeah, no, I get you.
That's the story that the pilgrims were taught
Yeah.
that created Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Right there. That's where it really came from.
And it comes from
That's awesome.
a narwhal. You know.
Yeah.
There's definitely a.
Well, it, like, to me, the symbol of the turkey from this story, it's like we did everything wrong. And when everyone else, and like all the other species in nature that we were supposed to be living in harmony with, that we stopped being harmonious with, when they all turned their backs on us, the one that was like, all right, I'll save you from yourself, was the turkey.
As the sacrificial lamb, so to speak.
Which is why that was entitled, if you remember, the Peace Eagle.
There you go. Peace Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this either, but when America was new and they were trying to, you know, figure out the details, Benjamin Franklin proposed that the turkey be named the national bird.
Oh.
Lost out to the bald eagle in the end.
Oh, I get you.
But we almost had the turkey as our symbol.
There you go. And then,
Which, after reading that story,
I don't know.
maybe we should have.
But then we wouldn't want to eat it around Thanksgiving.
We might be a
Can't eat eagles.
completely different country just because of that. If we had said turkey instead of bald eagle, it literally could have changed the whole face of this country.
That's the butterball effect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
You know where you inject the butter into the butterball?
Yeah.
Right in its butt.
The kappa.
Brings us back to the butt brain.
Back to the kappa. Yeah, there you go. Good
Which is
times.
ironic because that means when turtles attack people, almost every time they're biting them in the brain,
Yeah.
which
pretty
is in their
much.
butt.
Which is, yeah. It makes sense to me. But it is very Wetico-y, the whole story, too. Everything turning against us,
dude,
the greed and the
listen
Wetico
to
components.
everything in that story
Yeah.
about how leaders should act,
Yeah.
and about how people should act,
Yeah.
and about how we should be harmonious with nature. And like every lesson put
Mm-hmm.
forth in that story right there is one we all need to remember right now in this
Yeah.
world. Right now.
Yep.
We need to, especially the part about the leaders eating last.
Yeah.
Let's remember that that's how it's actually supposed to go.
Yeah.
Please,
Boy,
can we
screw
remember
up.
that? Like, as a
Yeah.
people, as a whole, can we please remember that the people in charge are supposed to eat last?
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Anywho, before I go any farther down that hole, let's get the hell out of here, Maz.
All right, man.
Is there anything else you want to say on turtles or turkeys or Thanksgiving or anything before we go?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Next
There you
year's the maize.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, even if you hear this late.
I think maize just means corn.
And if you do hear this late, have yourself another Thanksgiving. Have a feast with your friends, because we should do it more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do it like monthly. Have a feast with your friends.
Yeah. And next week we discuss the origin stories and mythos of cranberry sauce.
Well, I did grow up close enough to Cape Cod, and I've seen the bogs.
I've
so
seen
maybe
the cranberry bogs. That's where
Maybe.
they get the cranberry bog peat mummies.
Oh yeah, we could make bog bodies in,
Bog
in,
bodies.
in the cranberry bogs.
There you go. Sounds like an amazing cannibalistic Wendigo.
It might
dinner.
make the cranberries grow little faces on them.
There you go.
That'd be kind of cool.
Hey.
Creepy.
It's getting creepy.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, let's get, like I said, let's get out of here. So thanks for joining us for this side trail. And whenever you are listening to it, thanks for listening, everybody. And we will catch you next time. Till then, stay groovy.
Monster Lore Tour Podcast.
This has been a Shut Up production.